The stakes couldn't be higher. And now we are about to see what could be an instant classic like we saw last week. And now Alec Price coming over here with me, joining me at the broadcast booth.
Hey! Back up! I call cops!
Well, Sidney Bacabella laying down the challenge. Alec Price, the Northeast Beast, my guest at this time. You have accepted the challenge. Everything at stake on Thanksgiving night. What is going through your mind right now?
Nothing. I'm not worried about any one of these single. Look at these busters. They really think that Channing Thomas is on my level. He's never been on my level. That's why I've been taking Wrestling Open to be on my back, not them. What have they been doing? They've been requesting matches. They're here when they want to be. I'm here every single week that I possibly can be to show why I am actually the ace of Wrestling Open. I don't know what these busters want.
It always seems like they have some sort of plan up their sleeve, but that is for another time. Here is the Bulldog.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied to ringside by the Wild Hound, Johnny Rivera. From the streets of Worcester, Massachusetts, by way of Patterson, New Jersey. Weighing in at 205 pounds, one half of the Wild Dogs. This is the Bulldog, Ray Pittman!
Another big opportunity here for the Bulldog Ray Pittman. We've seen him in big matches before, including going one-on-one with Platinum Max Caster back when Platinum Max was doing his $10,000 challenge. Another big challenge for him here against World Class.
His opponent to my left, accompanied to ringside by WWF Hall of Famer Sidney Bacabella, currently on loan from the Dallas Wrestling Office, weighing in at 227 pounds, world-class Channing Thomas.
But he has Thanksgiving on his mind. Is Ray Pittman going to be able to take advantage of the fact?
Of course, Ray Pittman is a savage. He's a wild dog. He's going in there with Ray. He's looking to tear Channing Thomas apart. These are my boys. They got my back.
And that's right. Wildhound Johnny Rivera pointed right over here and said, I have your back. And I think Sidney Bacabella needs to be very careful because the Wildhound could rip him apart before you get your hands on him.
Johnny Rivera ain't no joke, man. Man is wild. That's why they're a wild hound.
As there is a collar and elbow tie-up in the center of the ring, broken. And world-class Channing Thomas needs to be very careful because, like you said, Ray Pittman is a ruthless competitor. He can beat anybody at any time.
Yeah. Look at that match with Max Caster, right? It was an amazing match. He came out. It was a great showing for Pittman. And now he's getting another opportunity to show why he is on top right now, or he can be the next up in Wrestling Open.
And look at this. The Wild Hound is chasing Sidney Bacabella into the bathroom. That's where he belongs, in a toilet, quite frankly. He's up on the bar. What a creep.
What is he doing?
There's an Irish whip into the ropes, a shoulder block. You know what? I hope he falls for what he said to you. If he fell off the bar, that would be the greatest birthday gift of all. I think you can agree with me there.
That would be number one, numero uno for today.
But just quickly, let's talk about how great that show of respect to you was with the streamers in the ring. You must have been touched by that.
Oh, it was amazing. I almost cried. I had to stop myself because, you can't show weakness when I'm in the ring.
You cry?
I cry sometimes. You know what I mean? Every man cries.
Well, that's usually only when you're watching romantic comedies, I'm sure. As now Sidney, but he's going to come out. He better not come over here.
Look at that.
Makes the cover. As the Wildhound is stalking Sidney Bacabella on the outside, that allows Ray Pittman on the inside to go to work. And one thing it also does is it neutralizes Sidney Bacabella's ability to interfere, which he always does, as you know.
Sidney says that Channing can't beat Alec. It's actually the reverse. He can't beat me because without Sidney, there would be no Channing Thomas. Look at right now. Sidney is neutralized. Now Channing's on his back. You can see the flaws in his arsenal. You can see the chips in his armor.
And now Ray Pittman taking advantage with a big drop kick. Former football player, former football standout is Ray Pittman, so he has that explosive side to his game, but he is grabbing Pittman by the ear, is world class, and face first into that second turnbuckle, and now world class just turned things on its ear, excuse my pun there, but he just changed things up in an instant. I'll say this to you, Alec Price. As much as you don't like Channing Thomas, quite frankly, I have no love lost either, or for Sidney Bacabella. But there is a reason they call him world class. He's a great competitor.
Listen, Channing Thomas is a great competitor, but there's one flaw. He needs Sidney. I don't need anybody. You see, he's gone on this undefeated streak because he's had someone's help. I've gone on an undefeated streak because I've had no one's help.
And of course, you had your issues with Beckett beyond wrestling, but here Wrestling Open, you have been solo, you have been by yourself, and like you said, you have been doing things on your own. It's hook of the leg here by Channing Thomas. Count of 2.
You see, the thing is, me and Channing started. We trained together. Channing has always been very jealous of me because I've came up on the indie scene. I started showing up. I have the territory on my back. He always thought it was going to be him. And now that he sees the roles are reversed and I'm on top, it frustrates him. It just gets right to his core because he can't understand it.
There's a shot, right hand by Ray Pittman. He is trying to find himself back into this contest, perhaps pull off the upset. Irish whip reversed. Goes back first, and there is a brutal clubbing shot to the chest. As the Wild Hound out here on the floor, almost getting his hands on Sidney Bacabella, as Channing Thomas gets his forearm straight to the chest of the Bulldog.
Come on, Pittman.
As he points right over here. What a complete sign of disrespect, as there is a clubbing forearm in the corner, and world class continues to show that you, Alec Price, are on the forefront of his mind. Gonna try that pile driver. Pittman fighting his way out of it though. Sweeps out the legs. Jackknife, jackknife. He almost stole one. He almost got one. Gonna try that body slam. Has him up. Oh no. Sidney Bacabella's on the 8. Get him down. Great Pittman.
Come on, Pittman. Come on, Pittman.
Shoulder to the midsection.
Oh,
5 minutes have elapsed in the time limit. 5 minutes remain.
The Bulldog getting up ahead of steam and getting the neck breaker.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Great
Oh.
Pittman. Maybe the biggest singles match of his career so far. World-class Channing Thomas on that apron. Can the Bulldog get the big bite and score the victory here in episode 44? Hits that DDT, and he's right on his way. But a shoulder up, says referee Bill Thompson. World-class Channing Thomas hanging on against Ray Pittman. As Bacabella out here on the floor, Alec Price focused here beside me, studying Channing Thomas. He's up on the apron again. Get him down.
Good job, Brad.
Get him down. Channing Thomas pulls him in by the tights. Goes to reverse it. Oh, Channing has him. Channing has him. Now he caught him with the pile driver. He caught him with that pile driver. Channing Thomas wins again here at Wrestling Open.
The time of the fall, 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Here is your winner, world class Channing Thomas.
And once again, it was Sidney Bacabella getting himself involved one way or another. And now the stakes are as big as it gets. Thanksgiving night, the challenge has been laid down. If Channing Thomas can't beat Alec, Sidney Bacabella retires. If Alec Price cannot beat Channing Thomas, Alec Price never, ever wrestles in Worcester again. Let's take a look at what led to our next huge one-on-one contest.
The man I have behind that